The former magistrate of Mysara, now the field commander of the Sons of Coral, under Octorius Manx, wakes up in a cold sweat. You can only partially remember the bad dream he saw during the night following the mission to the space platform above the world his forces are about to invade. Their sonus, the mission that unexpectedly culminated in General Duke's proclamation of the time it is being about to activate, but it can feel that something very serious is about to happen, and it concerns Carrigan. Sorry, I had to read it very quickly. Someday you will cry for everyone who burned while you were clever. Black Sabbath. Um, Basically, I guess the mission we just did there was his dream, a prophetic dream of what's about to happen.
Knock, knock.
Yeah! Oh, Jim, it's you.
Wake up, Ranger. Mengsk wants us again.
Jeez, I wonder what delightful twist is he not going to tell us about this time.
No idea, but I know there has to be something.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath for a sane battle plan. Not after...
The bloody psi emitters, right? I wasn't sure things could get any more interesting before, then he pulled that. But we gotta go.
Right. What was that dream about? I can only remember little bits and pieces now.
I guess this is the magistrate?
I've picked up several dozen Protoss warships descending upon Tarsonis. They seem to be heading on a direct course to the primary Zerg hive.
If they engage the Zerg, the Confederates may escape. Commander, send Lieutenant Carrigan with a strike force to engage the Protoss. Captain Rayner and General Duke will stay behind with the command ship.
First you sell out every person on this world to the Zerg. Then you ask us to go up against the Protoss. And you're gonna send Kerrigan down there with no backup?
I have absolute confidence in Kerrigan's ability to hold off the Protoss.
Megs, stopping the Protoss while not being able to attack the Zerg with what you're giving me is no simple task. We are going to lose a lot of people if we do this, more than I think the mission is likely to be worth.
No, the Confederacy must not be allowed to escape.
The Confederacy is practically dead in the water. About all the Zerg will do is put the final nail in their coffin and kill billions of civilians along with them. There is no tactical reason to allow the Zerg to remain here, and every humanitarian reason to ensure the survival of the civilian population.
You will make sure the Protoss do not succeed in destroying the Zerg, unless you wish someone else to take your role, Commander.
You'll what? Replace me? Who else have you got that could stand a chance of doing this and would be prepared to go down there? Kerrigan's already going, but she alone won't be able to manage it. Duke isn't good enough to pull it off. I strongly doubt Jim is crazy enough to do this, and the rest of your commanders, they haven't a chance in hell of getting this done, and you know it.
What do you...
The only other commander you have that could do this is you yourself, and I strongly doubt you are going to take this mission on. So Megs, I'll make you a deal. I'll do this, but I do it my way. That means no interference from you, of any kind.
Are you saying you don't trust me?
Trust works both ways. You could have at least filled me in on the fact that you intended to use assignments. You've made it clear you don't trust me, and given that, I'm not exactly sure why I should trust you. That's the deal, Mix. Either do this yourself, or I do it my way. Your choice.
You had better get this done right.
Very well. In that case, I had better make what preparations I can. Jim, would you mind bringing Kerrigan to the tac room ASAP? It'll be better to sort out a battle plan before we start.
Gunship Liberator tac room, 15 minutes later.
Jess, do we have any records of the Protoss engaging in a ground war before?
No, Commander. The Protoss have always only ever fought from orbit.
So why did they decide to land a ground force now? What's changed? Why was Mengsk so insistent on preventing them from destroying the Zerg base? And most importantly, why was he so keen on Kerrigan leading the ground operation and Jim and Duke remaining on the Hyperion? I think I'll leave the last two questions for later and concentrate on the first one. There doesn't seem to be anything on the surface which could be of interest to the Protoss. Unless... Jess, how close are the Protoss to the surviving Confederate positions?
The nearest position is 43.6 kilometers from the main Protoss base, although civilian positions are closer. Both, however, have the Protoss base between them and the Zerg.
So when the impossible is eliminated and only the improbable remains, it has to be the answer. It appears the Protoss are fighting in ground war in order to prevent the Zerg from attacking the Confederates and the civilian population. Their commander is evidently balked at the number of Terran lives that will be collateral damage in an orbital attack, and so is trying to avoid such an extreme solution. And bloody Manx is sending us to destroy them, sparing the Zerg. I understand his hatred for the Confederacy, but this is just nuts. As for the last question, the only reason could be that he expects or wants Kerrigan to die down there. Well, why don't I just ask?
This is bullshit.
I heard you the first time, Jimmy. It doesn't change anything. I'm still going down there.
Funny. I never thought of you as anyone's martyr.
Now you're talking bullshit.
Ahem. Nice to see you two getting along so well. You do both have a valid point, though. Jim, I think we do need to head down there, but not for the reason that Manx has given us.
What's the meaning of this?
Just hear me out on this.
End of briefing. I'm enjoying this actually, now that we actually are getting into the actual story of the thing. It's interesting, because the first mission was basically just New Gettysburg. Same old, except for the rush of Zerg at the end. Which I was actually doing capably against, for a time. But it seems someone sent him a prophetic dream. That just gets him thinking, basically. He doesn't really remember it too well, but it put him in the right headspace. Maybe I should actually sit down and read the actual thing. The campaign features automated fusions, I guess if he's preparing damage mechanic.
Sounds fine and dandy, but pretty thin evidence, I must say.
Maybe, but at the moment, I can't come up with another reason why they'd be on the ground.
You may have a point, but this doesn't explain why you think Minsk is wrong.
Sarah, when your principles mean that several billion people will die because of your actions in order to gain such a small amount, it may well be that your principles are wrong. At this point, it's not really going to matter whether the Protoss destroy the Zerg or not. The Confederacy is still more than likely finished. Killing several billion people to make sure of it is pointless, and putting an entire strike force at risk by placing them between two hostile armies is not a smart strategy if you want that force to survive.
Mengsk knows what he's doing. We can deal with the Zerg after the Confederacy and the Protoss. He'll come around. I know he will. Because, well, I just know this. I am a ghost, remember?
I'm sure he does know what he's doing. That's part of the problem for me, though.
Oh, so what's the rest?
Does Manx have a rational reason to want you dead?
What? Are you serious?
Deadly. Manx was very keen on you and I running this mission. He knows that this is in all likelihood a suicide sort. I know he wouldn't mind seeing me out of the picture. I've been too vocal with my opposition to some of his ideas, especially the use of Simons. He obviously doesn't care about the human cost to get this done. If that's the case, then he must be at least prepared for you not to survive this either.
You really think that Mengsk would leave Sarah to die?
It's a possibility I can't discount. Sarah hasn't exactly been quiet about the Simons either. I could be wrong, and I hope I am, but I'd rather not find out the hard way that I'm not.
What the heck?
Sarah, what is it?
He said he'd forgiven me for it.
For what?
Do you remember how Mengsk's family was killed before he took over the Sons of Korhal?
Sure, it was always said that a group of Confederate... I think we may have a very good reason to be worried.
So now that we're in this mess, how do we get out of it?
That, fortunately, is a question I have an answer to. We need to be seen to be carrying this out. I never intended to do this quickly, the risks were too great, but we need to take this slower still. So first off, we need to get the base up and running and defenses established. This mineral deposit is our next target. No one else has claimed it yet, and I want some distance between us and the Zerg. Defensively, it's not ideal, but it's a lot better than having the Zerg on our doorstep. Once that position is established, Sarah, I want you and all our forces not required to hold the Zerg back to relocate to that position.
That should give us a better chance of mounting a counterstrike if the Zerg should try and swarm us.
Right. We'll need to get some ghosts ready to deploy, and I also want some battle cruisers and nukes ready as well. But I want to try something tricky before we have to fight the Protoss. How hard would it be to sneak into the Protoss base without killing any of them?
You have got to be kidding me.
Not at all. It's probably our best way of actually managing to talk to the Protoss about what's going on.
Talking to them? Surely you're not interested in killing me too.
Hang on a sec, let me get this straight. You think that by not attacking the Protoss, they won't kill a messenger that penetrates right into the heart of their base?
That's the idea. I think, given their deployment and how they've positioned themselves, it's safe to assume they have the concepts of honor and such. They aren't monsters like the Zerg. If we can actively avoid killing them and get a message to them that we want to talk...
That might be crazy enough to actually work.
Assuming that works and we can get them to talk, what then?
If we can find out what they're here for, then that will help to dictate how we go about our mission. Despite what Meg says, the Zerg are the greater threat here. Who knows, we might even be able to convince the Protoss and the Confederates need to be taken out too. We can evacuate as many civilians as we can, leave the Confederacy and the Zerg to fight it out, and the Protoss can bombard from orbit once we have everyone else off-world. Meg still gets what he says he wants, it's no longer a suicide mission, and we can save a lot of lives. Maybe open up some possibilities with the Protoss along the way.
So how do we get through the Protoss base?
Stealth and lockdowns, I guess. I've scanned their base and found an approximate without any photon cannons.
That would just work. One ghost slips in to give the message. No one dies on either side unless they have other detectors. I'm in.
So what are we going to do about these
Observers,
camps
though?
nearby?
Nothing just yet, I fear. I'm almost sure that Max is watching us. If we alert him too early by blatantly going against his orders, he might do something against us or harm Sarah.
Okay, so I have to do this all over again. Straight away. Though I suppose I don't need to mass up as much of a force. Build and arm 3 nuke silos. Don't destroy any Protoss units or structures. Oh, does that mean the Protoss won't be attacking me? Oh, praise be. So I'll need 3 command centers. Okay.
Reporting for duty. Yes, sir. I read you. Job finished. Reporting for duty. Job finished.
Commander, it appears the Protoss are avoiding offensive action for now, although they are not idle either.
Not sure yet what to make of it. They may be mustering a strong force to assault the Zerg, who knows? But so far, at least, it reduces the possibility of inadvertent clashes.
Job finished. Roger that. Yes, sir.
A lot of AI voices to this. I have no real comment or opinion on them. Obviously it doesn't sound the best, but you work with what you have, you know? So.
SCV good to go, sir. I read you. Sir. I read you.
They'll just do things the same.
Reporting for duty. SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to go, sir.
Thinking I might go get a drink.
SCV good to go, sir.
God damn, I've been apparently recording for an hour 40 nearly.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Panic. Come on, Panic.
Orders received.
Often when I notice, like, oh my god, I've been recording for so long, I immediately have to stop the
SCV
record.
good to go, sir. Right away, sir.
Is the tree line different here?
Reporting for duty.
Oh well. Maybe this is just one too much to the right.
What are you on? Destination, moving. Destination, job finished. Orders, sir. Identify target. Proceed. Job finished. Yes, sir. Roger that. Orders, Captain.
The filers.
Yes, sir. Orders, Captain. Right away, sir. Checked up and good to go. Orders, Captain. Something on your mind? Report for duty. Orders, sir. Report for duty. Commander, outstanding. Job finished. SCV good to go, sir.
Here, I'm gonna get a drink. BRB. Oh, whoa, folks. And I've returned. And we're restarting. The Zerg are a lot more aggressive.
Sounds fine and dandy, but pretty thin evidence. I
Oh,
must say.
this can't be skipped.
Maybe. But at the moment, I
It is what it is. But yeah,
You may have a point, but this doesn't explain why you think Minsk is wrong.
I will just go through it.
When your principal
But,
several billion people will die because of your actions in order to gain such a small amount, it may well be that your
But yeah, the Zerg is a lot more aggressive here than they were in
it's
the
not really going to matter whether the
original version. So, like in the original version, you have a fair few minutes to prepare for attacks, but here you're thrown a lot sooner into it. Still, I don't necessarily. It's not necessarily a problem.
not a smart strategy if you want that force to survive.
Minsk knows what he's doing. We can deal with the Zerg
This
after the
is
Confederacy and the
AI, but
Protoss.
it's also like
He'll
audio
come
splicing.
around. I know he will. Because, well, I just know this. I am a ghost, remember?
I'm sure he does know what he's doing. That's part of the problem for me, though.
Oh, so what's the rest?
Does Megs have a rational reason to want you dead?
What? Are you serious?
Deadly. Megs was very keen on you and I running this mission.
T.
He knows that this is in all likelihood a know he wouldn't mind seeing
Thankfully,
me
they have no
out
upgrades.
without being too vocal with my opposition to some of these ideas,
Make my life a little
especially
easier.
Simon's. He obviously
This
doesn't
is
care for
on
people who
hard, right?
If that's the case, then he must be at
Should be
least
sideways.
prepared for you not to survive this.
Knock, knock. Sounds fine and dandy.
Given, you know, the story and whatnot, it makes sense that they would, you know, name
At
the
moment,
magistrate
I
and,
can't come up with
you know,
another reason why they'd be on the
make
ground.
him someone.
You may have a point, but this
But,
doesn't explain why you think Mengsk is wrong.
Sarah, when your principles mean that several billion people will die because of your actions in order to gain such a small amount, it may well be that your principles are wrong. At this point, it's not really going to matter whether Protoss destroy the Zerg or not. The Confederacy
I've actually been really into black tea as of late. Well, not black tea, but it's milkless tea. Normally I would always have milk on my tea, but when I got sick in December, maybe it was more in January when it got worse, but I just couldn't have milk on my tea
Mengsk
anymore.
knows what he's
I felt my
doing.
gut churned
We
more.
can deal with the Zerg after the
So-
Confederacy and the Protoss. He'll come around. I know he will. Because,
Black
well,
and
I
just
just know
milkless tea.
this.
It
I'm
ended
the
up going down a lot
ghost,
better.
remember?
I'm sure he does know what he's doing. That's part of the problem for me, though.
Oh, so what's the rest?
Does Mengsk have a rational reason to want you dead?
What? Are you serious?
Deadly. Mengsk was very keen on you and I running this mission.
It doesn't seem like Davis here is
I know he wouldn't mind
voice
seeing
act.
me out
He is a.
without being too vocal.
It seems like there's an actual voice actor, a human behind him. It doesn't seem like he's.
If that's the case, then he must be at least prepared for you not to survive this either.
You really think that Mengsk would leave Sarah to die?
It's a possibility.
Rayner there and Carrigan, they're clearly AI. This guy, no. This guy
I could
seems
be wrong, and I hope I am.
actual
But
person.
I'd rather not find out the hard way that I'm not.
What the heck?
Sarah, what is it?
He said he'd forgiven me for it.
For what?
Do you remember how Mengsk's family was killed before he took over the Sons of Korhal?
Sure, it was always said that a group of Confederate... I think we may have a very good reason to be worried.
So now that we're in this mess, how do we get out of it?
That, fortunately, is a question I have an answer to. We need to be seen to be carrying this out. I never intended to do this quickly, the risks were too great, but we need to take this slower still. So first off, we need to get the base up and running and defenses established. This mineral deposit is our next target. No one else has claimed it yet, and I want some distance between us and the Zerg. Defensively, it's not ideal, but it's a lot better than having the Zerg on our doorstep. Once that position is established, Sarah, I want you and all our forces not required to hold the Zerg back to relocate to that position.
That should give us a better chance of mounting a counterstrike if the Zerg should try and swarm us.
Right. We'll need to get some ghosts ready to deploy, and I also want some battle cruisers and nukes ready as well. But I want to try something tricky before we have to fight the Protoss. How hard would it be to sneak into the Protoss base without killing any of them?
You have got to be kidding me.
Not at all. It's probably our best way of actually managing to talk to the Protoss about what's going on.
Talking to them? Surely you're not interested in killing me too.
Hang on a sec, let me get this straight. You think that by not attacking the Protoss, they won't kill a messenger that penetrates right into the heart of their base?
That's the idea. I think, given their deployment and how they've positioned themselves, it's safe to assume they have the concepts of honor and such. They aren't monsters like the Zerg. If we can actively avoid killing them and get a message to them that we want to talk,
That might be crazy enough to actually work.
Assuming that works and we can get them to talk, what then?
if we can find out what they're here for, then that will help to dictate how we go about our mission. Despite what Meg says, the Zerg are the greater threat here. Who knows, we might even be able to convince the Protoss that the Confederates need to be taken out too. We can evacuate as many civilians as we can, leave the Confederacy...
If you wanted to be really silly, make a ton of shuttles, fill them full of
Find it out,
ghosts.
and the Protoss can bombard from orbit once we have everyone else.
If
on
Karrigan
board.
has to get there, obviously it's
Mayfield
different.
gets what
But
he says he wants. It's no longer a suicide mission, and we can save a lot of lives. Maybe open up some
you know, just
possibilities
shuffle it
for
in.
Protoss along the way.
So how do we get through the
Good work.
Protoss base?
You need a fair
Stealth
few
and
decoys.
lockdowns, I guess. I've scanned their base and
Rush
found
them in
the
first.
ultimate route without any photon cannons.
That would just work. One ghost slips in to give the message. No one dies on either side unless they have other detectors. I'm in.
So what are we going to do about these Zerg camping nearby?
Nothing just yet, I fear. I'm almost sure that Manx is watching us. If we alert him too early by blatantly going against his orders, he might do something against us or harm Sarah.
Additional supply depots required.
Okay, I'm going to have to get 2 depots down, and then I'm going to have to start getting the bunkers going. Okay, one in the middle, and then flank it.
Add-on complete.
So we go here. I guess we go down here and then.
It appears the Protoss are avoiding offensive action for now, although they are not idle either.
Not sure yet what to make of it. They may be mustering a strong force to assault the Zerg, who knows? But so far, at least, it reduces the possibility of inadvertent clashes.
Standing by. Outstanding.
Go.
Where does it hurt?
I don't seem to have Karrigan with me. No.
Yeah?
Also, I have 2 vultures
Something on
now.
your mind? Destination?
Not enough minerals.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Did that mineral patches disappear, or did I hallucinate it?
Orders received. Affirmative. Destination? I read you.
There we go.
SCP good to go, sir.
Every time I hear that line, all I hear is SCP, and it makes me a little uncomfortable. I know I expect to get my neck broke.
Orders, Captain?
State the nature of your medical emergency.
Orders, Captain? You want a piece of me, boy?
Want a piece of meat, boy?
Yes, sir.
I need to get this ASAP.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Awesome. I can only hope the Zerg don't go north. I swear when I did this mission before and I attacked north, the Protoss defense was pretty intense. Though they weren't as bad when I went the other way last time. Maybe just the creeping in was really the better answer.
Not enough minerals. Not
Yeah,
enough
instead of getting
minerals.
5, they get 8 here in SC1. They really built SCVs better in the old days. Of 3 years prior.
SCP good to go, sir.
Or 4 years prior. Can't quite remember the time gap.
Orders, sir.
Research complete.
SCP good
I
to
thought
go,
this was
sir.
already on fire.
Depots required.
Not sure what's with the snowflake there.
I read you.
State the nature of your medical emergency. Stat. Right away.
Job finished. I read you. Identify target. SCV good to go, sir. Reporting for duty. Yes, sir.
Alright.
SCV good to go,
Little
sir.
bunker there. There is a defiler here somewhere. I need to get detection up because otherwise it is
Good to go, sir.
gonna be a pain in my ass.
Job's finished, sir. Job's finished. I read you.
Your forces are under attack.
What do you want?
Attack.
Identify target. Move it. Yes, sir. Piece of me, boy. Job finished.
Alright then, reloading.
Yes, sir. I read you. Something on your mind? SCV good to go, sir.
Research complete.
Job's finished. Yes, sir.
Siege up.
Orders, Captain? Yes, sir.
Rip.
Identify target.
Good. They got the kill this time.
I read you. Job's finished.
Not enough minerals.
I read you.
Did someone page me?
What did I say?
SCV good to go, sir.
1, 2, 3. Don't think I'll go for much longer. Got stuff to do tomorrow. One of our dogs isn't doing too well,
SCV good to go, sir. Piece of me, boy.
so we may be bringing her back to the vet tomorrow. She was there just the other day, but she ain't doing well.
SCV good to go, sir. You want a piece of me, boy? boy.
There is a fair bit in these mineral patches. Of course.
You want a piece of me, boy? Jacked up and good to go. Yes, sir! Reporting for duty. Identify target. Job's finished. You want a piece of me, boy? I read you.
Oh, you didn't even take any damage.
Right away, sir. Roger that. I read you.
I thought they would have.
You want a piece of me, boy?
I don't think we'll be going Goliaths this time.
You want a piece of me,
Additional
boy?
supply depots required.
Reporting for duty. Job's finished. Orders, Captain? I read you.
Need the academy.
Not enough minerals.
Job's finished.
No, I need to get my defense situation finished.
Yes, sir?
Not enough minerals.
Reporting for duty. A piece of me, boy.
Not enough minerals.
There we go.
SCP good to go, sir.
Nice. It wanted to die. It just wanted to put a stink out on us first.
Piece of me, boy. Yes, sir? SCP good to go, sir. Job's finished.
Okay. That's my defensive situation done.
SCP good to go, sir.
Just don't destroy any of the Zerg stuff. Beyond, like primary buildings. But what if I killed Creep and it started doing damage? Would that be fine? Probably not. If the Zerg goes any buildings, it's probably an issue.
Job's finished. Orders, Captain? Yes, sir? SCP good to go, sir.
Additional supply depots required.
Eh.
I read you.
Base is under attack.
Rock and roll. Reporting for duty.
Over here. Come on.
Yes, sir? Reporting for duty.
I think the mineral patches are had been done out a little different. I think there's slight differences between the two maps. But maybe I'm just being paranoid.
Roger that.
Commander, you can now train combat medics, and we've made a major new change based on the experimental data taken from the Confederates. You can upgrade the missiles for the Goliaths.
Job's finished. You want a piece
So
of me?
that's them trying to justify you having these medics here. Depending on the level you're on, now optical flare could actually be useful. Stealth. You just blind someone.
Piece of me, boy. Reporting for duty.
Increase the range. No point against stim pack if I can't use it. We'll get weapon upgrades because we'll need it to help burn down the Zerg. It's tempting to get fire bats given that. But I think having more Marines firing is the better thing.
You want a piece of me, boy? Job's finished. Reporting for duty. You want a piece of me, boy? Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Comsat. Science facility with attached covert ops.
You want a piece of me, boy? Ready to roll out. Yes, sir. Moving.
Upgrade complete.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy? Ready to roll out.
He said he wanted battle cruisers during that briefing.
Destination. Moving. SCP good to go, sir. I read you. Orders, Captain? Ready to roll out.
Provide some cover.
Reporting for duty. I'm finished. Job's finished. I read you.
There we go. Annoying.
Reporting Orders received. I read you.
Upgrade complete.
Job finished. Identify target. Move it. Delighted to, sir. Absolutely.
That is cool. Okay. I think we could start worrying about building up forces to move out.
Not enough minerals.
I read you. Standing by. You want a piece of me, boy?
Base is under attack.
Get running.
Give me some of this shoot. Commander, ready to rock and roll. I read you. You want a piece of me, boy? Orders, Captain? Reporting for duty.
I said over here. Having to fight the AI as much as you do, and the pathing is actually quite frustrating. Because they're meant to be goddamn your guys, but you end up fighting.
I read you. You want a piece of me, boy? Orders, Captain? Roger that. Standing by. Ready to roll out. You want a piece of me, boy? Job finished. Reporting for duty.
Okay, build that. We'll hover this over here for the time being. We'll send it down to that expansion. I just don't have space here. And at least since we can be sure of the Protoss not attacking us,
Ready to roll.
when we set up here, we can just set up a defensive line against air, and then we have more to play with. Because the defensive line I had to set up before was in case, well, the Protoss attack from one side, others attack from the other side. I just set up here and said fuck it.
Base is under attack.
Yes, sir.
This is all still based on your idea that Mengsk wants me dead, isn't it?
At the moment, I'd rather plan on the worst case scenario than anything else. Speaking of which, Jim, I need you to go and talk to our friends. If things go south, I want to make sure we've got enough dropships to get everyone out and enough cover fire to support them.
Count on it.
You see, I don't think anyone I've ever known has been willing to lay so much on the line for me as you two. Thank you guys.
Well, never mind. Good hunting, darling.
Your forces are under attack.
Ready to roll out. Give me some of this shoot. Orders, Captain?
Another damn bunker gone. Covered ops. Oh my god, Nova!
Delighted to, sir.
Go Nova, sir!
Commander. Jacked up and good to go. Let's move. Job's finished. Outstanding. Reporting for duty.
Okay. Need 2 guys on that.
Destination, move it.
Add-on complete.
Ooh. That's unlock lockdown.
I read you. Reporting for duty.
What the hell is wrong with these
Orders,
guys?
Captain?
The pathing.
I read you. Right away, sir. Orders received. Affirmative. Right away, sir. Affirmative.
Rude.
I read you.
Base is under attack. Research complete.
Why would you drop her there? I was hoping to go the other way.
I'm waiting on you.
Sarah, I promised you the relatively safe route to your target. Take a look here.
Thinking the same thing. I read you. It'd be a pleasure. I read you. Thinking the same thing. I read you. I gotcha. Thinking the same thing.
Cost 25 to coke up in the first place. Seems like I can hide out there for a little bit.
Destination. Identify target. You want a piece of me, boy?
Base is under attack.
Thankfully, this is no longer detectoring.
You want a piece of me, boy?
It'd be a pleasure. I read you. It'd be a pleasure. I read you. It'd be a pleasure. I read you.
Piece of me, boy.
Thinking the same thing. It'd be a pleasure.
Jesus. How is this? The other way would have been easier.
You want a piece of me?
Damn you, magistrate. Maybe it wouldn't have been. But as far as I remember, there was only like one turret there and I could have gotten in. Well, then there's a few, but...
Ready to roll.
Additional supply depots required.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Where does it hurt?
Everywhere.
What do you want?
My life is suffering.
Delighted to serve. Orders, Captain? Yes, sir. Orders, sir. Yes, sir.
base is under attack.
Yeah, I'm going. Checked up and good to go. Destination? Delighted to serve.
Pull back.
Yes, sir. Roger that. Destination? Moving.
Base is under attack.
I'm waiting on you.
Our health isn't going to regen any further.
What now? I read it. Thinking the same thing. It'd be a pleasure. I read you. It'd be a pleasure.
It appears there are some abandoned and damaged military buildings out there that I can search. There may be some items I'd need to progress inside.
God damn it. Seriously?
I read you. I gotcha. It'd be a pleasure. Thinking the same thing. What now? I gotcha. Thinking the same thing.
Again.
I read you. It'd be a pleasure.
I'm not doing this for the good of my own health, you damn bimbo.
Orders served. Moving. Yes, sir. Identify target. Orders served. Yes, sir. I read you. Yes, sir. Destination? Yes, sir. Moving. Identify target. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Commander.
I don't have sim pack.
Orders
Shit.
served.
Alright,
Yes, sir.
alright.
Orders, Captain?
Let's go sight range.
I'm waiting on you.
Yeah, SC1 was harsher about the heroes. They abided fully by their faction's rules. Um, rather than being like normal hero units, they were very much just named people of their faction.
It'd be a pleasure. I read you. Thinking the same thing.
appears there are some abandoned and damaged military buildings out there that I can search. There may be some items I'd need to progress inside.
It'd be a pleasure.
Academy, Sense Facility, or Power Generator. No benefit from the armory. Power generator right down here.
Thinking the same thing.
Your forces are under attack.
Reporting for duty.
God damn it. Okay, she's gone in. It'll take 30 seconds.
Destination? Absolutely. Reporting for duty.
Ooh, nice.
What now? I gotcha. It'd be a pleasure. Thinking the same thing. I gotcha. Thinking the same thing. It'd be a pleasure. Thinking the same thing. I gotcha.
Still
It'd be a
close.
pleasure. Thinking the same thing. I read you. It'd be a pleasure.
Hopefully her energy isn't going while she's in there.
Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting.
Sense Vessel Technology Cache. Not sure what that means.
What now?
I don't remember what the previous places she had to go. Fuck. Stopping the recording. Okay, I'll be ending this soon anyway. Academy.
Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting. It'd be a
There's an
pleasure.
academy over this way.
I gotcha. Thinking the same thing. What now? I gotcha. I read you.
Somebody call
I
for an
gotcha.
exterminator.
Thinking the same thing. I read you.
Either that or an observer.
Ghost reporting.
So, Jim, how did you get on?
I talked to Matt Horner. He's ready to back us up if needed, and got a few friends ready to do the same.
Good. Hopefully that'll be enough.
You think he'll do it?
I've got no evidence to back it up, but my gut says yes. I've had a bad feeling all day, even before the briefing.
What now? I read you. I gotcha. I read you.
can't see it. Jason, can we run a scan on the street down that way?
Thinking the same thing.
Aha! Looks like the Protoss have cloak detectors, a nifty gizmo that I can add to the list of things I hate because they can sense me when I'm cloaked. I wonder how many of these are snooping around us.
It'd be a pleasure.
Please just say. You know what? You know what? Kerrigan, you enjoy being watched right now. You enjoy it. All eyes on you. To be continued.
It'd be a pleasure.
Okay.
I read you. I gotcha.
I sense something odd ahead, but I can't see it. Jason,
I'll be
can we
quicker
run a
on the
scan
lockdown
the
here.
street down that way?
Failing that, I'll be quicker on the lockdown of the...
Aha! Looks like the Protoss have cloak detectors, a nifty gizmo that I can add to the list of things I hate because they can sense me when I'm cloaked. I wonder how many of these are snooping around us.
I'll lock down the other thing.
It'd be a pleasure.
It's either that or this. Either way.
I read you.
Somebody call for an exterminator?
I'm ready.
A Terran spy has infiltrated my base. Now, I'm giving you 5 of your seconds to explain this, Terran, before I strike you down where you stand.
Protoss Commander, I and my comrades have no ill will towards you. We have been ordered to destroy your forces, but we think that we should rather remove our misunderstanding and find a way to fight the real threat here, the Zerg.
Though I feel that you are a truly powerful psionic, I sense no deception in your words. In any case, you are outnumbered hopelessly should you choose to renege on your declaration. We need to discuss the situation. I am Executor Tassadar.
I am Sarah Kerrigan, honored to meet you.
Okay.
Additional supply depots required.
They're gonna go have a nice chat.
Target designated. Calling online.
Ah, come on.
Job's finished. Somebody call for an exterminator?
Additional supply depots
Ooh,
required.
8 supply, Jesus. Alright, wasn't there upgrades in here? I guess I got them all thanks to that other thing.
Orders, sir. Destination? Yes, sir.
Somebody call for an exterminator?
Move it.
Nope, they're all marked as friendly now.
Identify target. Destination. Proceeding.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Okay. I'm gonna start trying to move down to that other base.
Identify target.
Goliath
Absolutely.
Move.
Identify target. Orders, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Destination. Move it.
Get a move on, damn it.
Reporting for duty.
Orders, sir.
Goliath online.
Identify target.
Commander.
Destination. Identify target.
Jesus.
Destination, orders served.
Okay, I don't think things are going well for the Protoss if the Zerg have gotten in that far.
Your forces are under attack.
Yeah? Yeah, I'm going.
Base is under attack.
Destination, delighted to serve.
Orders received. I read you.
Do that.
Reporting for duty.
Well,
Orders
move down.
received.
Okay, there we go.
Orders, Captain? Affirmative. Roger that. Job's finished.
Thank you. The padding is dog shit.
Reporting for duty. Commander. Go, go, go.
Destination,
Base is under attack.
delighted to serve.
I read you. Finished. Orders, Captain?
Additional supply depots required.
Orders, Captain? Give me something to shoot. Orders, Captain?
Yes, sir.
Reporting for duty. Jacked up and good to go.
I left Marines than I thought.
Finally.
Okay, these just sound like Fallout ghosts.
Outline complete.
Call the shot. Never know what hit him. Reporting for duty. Orders received. Job's finished. I read you.
I need a physics lab.
Standing. Orders, Captain?
I guess now that we're allied with the Protoss, they're doing attacks out. No risk of Kerrigan's bloodlust ruining the alliance now.
Job's finished.
Base is under attack.
mining the main base and bring all spare forces to the southern location.
To fight the AI is so annoying.
Job's finished. Yes, sir?
Fight the pathing, fight my own guys. It's so frustrating.
Orders, Captain?
Some glowing fronds.
Nuclear missile ready.
Awesome.
I read you.
Now I can just do this and it'll be fine.
SCP good to go, sir. Job's finished.
They all seem to have gotten the memo. Though it was weird, I saw a Terran SCV going around. So it seemed like there was actual humans working with them here. Like, see, this is on full health.
Add-on complete. Nuclear missile ready.
SCP good to go, sir. Checked up and good to go.
See, that's what I was hoping for. Funneling them around a bit.
SCP good to go, sir.
Orders, sir.
Base is under attack.
Hey, if you want to camp here and defend me, that makes my life easier.
Yes, sir?
Oh, I never even noticed I lost my factory.
Checked up and good to go. I read you.
Protest observer just went by. I don't know what's gonna happen once we get the nukes ready.
Nuclear missile
We
ready.
have the nuclear missiles we'd need to deal with the Zerg in case things go south. Please keep them put for the moment. Or build more if you wish. After all, there's no kill like overkill.
Sarah, hate to interrupt, but you've got lots of Zerg incoming at the main base.
How many?
Okay, we're not ready for that, Council. We're not ready for that.
Yes, sir?
Okay.
Orders, Captain? Report for duty. SCV good to go, sir. Job's finished. Job's finished. I read you.
Okay, so it's that end of mission way Zerg swarm from last time again. But this time we're actually meant to survive. Okay, the issue here is I don't have enough tanks.
Orders, Captain? Orders, Captain? Job's finished.
Could also be that that my tanks have no upgrades.
Orders, Captain? Right away, sir. You want a piece of me, boy?
Add-on complete.
SCV good to go, sir. Yes, sir?
Okay, over here.
You want a piece of me, boy? Job's finished. Job's finished. SCV good to go, sir. Yes, sir?
Okay, do another one there.
Job's finished. I read you. You want a piece of me, boy? SCV good to go, sir. Job's finished. Orders, Captain? SCV good to go, sir. Job's finished. You want a piece of me, boy?
I'm wondering what would be enough here on the defense.
SCV good to go, sir.
I can feel reasonably good about here holding.
I read you.
Reasonably.
Ready to roll out.
Reporting for duty. You want a piece of me, boy? I can't build there. You want a piece of me, boy?
Something to get that going. It does take a while.
Job's finished. Job's finished. You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
Ready to roll out. Identify target. Destination.
You want a piece of me, boy? Job's finished. Reporting for duty.
Oh, perfect.
Add-on complete.
Getting a full line of bunkers here is a great thing. All the more Marines I can stick in here to open fire. All the more.
Upgrade complete.
Actually,
Yes,
had a
sir.
mild heart attack when I saw that. Just a mild one.
Orders, Captain? Job's finished. I read you.
I don't know why you're there. My mind just... Oh yeah, I sent them back to drop off minerals.
SCV good to go, sir.
Ready to roll out.
Yes,
Your
sir.
forces are under attack.
Okay.
Want a piece of me, boy? I can't build there.
Do that.
Orders, Captain? You want a piece of me, boy?
That.
SCV good to go, sir. You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
Ready to roll out.
Nice.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Destination? Yes,
You want a
sir.
piece of me, boy?
Yes, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy? Orders, Captain?
Your forces are under attack.
Right away, sir. You want a piece of me, boy?
Well, I pulled him away at the right second.
You want a piece of me, boy? Yes, sir? Orders, Captain? You want a piece of me, boy?
Okay.
Piece of me, boy? Job's finished. I read you. Reporting for duty. Job's finished. You want a piece of me, boy? Yes, sir. You want a piece of me, boy? Yes, sir. Orders, Captain?
One scratched my head. I seem to have found a spot. Oh god, that hurts.
You want a piece of me, boy? Online.
Never did get those battle cruisers.
Job's finished. Job's finished. You want a piece of me, boy? I read you. Orders received. Job's
Not enough
finished.
minerals.
Job's finished. Reporting for duty. Finished. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Orders received. Reporting for duty. You want a piece of me, boy? Channel open. Acknowledge good to go, sir.
We have the nuclear missiles we need to deal with the Zerg in case things go south. Please keep them put for the moment. Or build more if you wish. After all, there's no kill like overkill.
Damn you.
Sarah, hate to interrupt, but you've got lots of Zerg incoming at the main base.
How many?
Too many. Way too many, if you ask me. Your
Base
call,
is under
but I
attack.
suggest getting out of there.
Commander, you might consider evacuating your forces and what structures you can to my base.
Thank you. We will do just that if the situation becomes bad enough.
This is Kerrigan. A wave of Zerg is advancing on this position. We need immediate evac.
What the? I've heard these words before. In the blasted dream I had the previous night. I've seen it all and...
Belay that order. We're moving out.
Sarah, we...
Commander, it appears the Hyperion is blocking all communications to the surface.
Oh, the protests are helping.
Battle stations. Spin up all systems and get us clear of the Hyperion. Start working on breaking through the jamming.
Accepted. General Mengsk has given orders for the fleet to break orbit and move away from the planet.
Great! This bastard's determined to make sure the entire strike force is wiped out to kill one woman.
Well, not if I've got anything to say about it. Break the dock and give me the course we're
Base
getting
is
back.
under attack.
Boys, how about that evac?
Sir, the Hyperion is hailing us.
Liberator, you will return to your position immediately.
Sorry, got a woman to liberate.
When I have friends and troops under my command in trouble, Mex, I don't fucking walk away.
That was an order.
Take your order and jam it sideways, Mex. I'm not letting you sacrifice an entire strike force just to get revenge on one person.
Is that actually canonical? Is that why Banks did it, or is it just trying to find a reason to justify throwing Carrigan away? Because she's a hell of a piece to get rid of. She was literally the most powerful Terran psychic. Having her around would have been useful. You know? Especially since she is loyal. Like, why was he so eager to get rid of her? Paranoia? Oh.
Commander, I'm warning you.
View screen off. This is Commander Jason Davis of the Liberator. Raiders, form up on us and proceed to New Gettysburg.
Raiders?
We've got a team to extract. Anyone else not willing to sacrifice good people are more than welcome to follow.
Raiders? They were already together? Huh. When did Raynor's Raiders form?
This is Captain James Rayner. Raiders, you heard the man. Let's get to work.
This is the Cormorant. Commander, we're ready to assist.
Liberator, this is the Thunderchild. We've got your back. Give the Zerg hell.
With the Raiders' fleet and these ships, we might just stand a chance.
Sir, the Hyperion is preparing to fire on us.
If they want to bring it up a
Base
notch,
is under attack.
so be it.
Okay, there's many layers to this. It's like an onion. Oh, Dark Aquas, you're no longer part of the Santa Call. Ah, that's nice.
Make it happen. Hailing frequencies open.
Base is under attack.
Healing frequencies.
Receiving transmission.
Okay, they just went around me.
Base is under attack.
Okay, okay, yeah. We'll make do with what we have. Attack.
This should be interesting.
Base is under attack. Not enough energy.
Okay.
Base is under attack.
Sorry, bastards. Fall back. Fall back.
That'll teach them what it's like to mess with us.
Commander, the Hyperion's jamming is offline.
It figures.
Commander? Jim? What the hell is going on up there?
Sorry about that, Sarah. We've had some problems up here. The ones we feared. The Liberator is inbound for extraction, about 3 minutes out. And since this means Mex's orders are now null and void for us, let's give the Zerg what we have in store.
Oh, thank God. I didn't want to do it myself.
Your forces are under attack.
Let's get
Research
this show
complete.
on the road.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, I like it. Now how long can you keep that up for?
Long enough for you to get your pretty little arse on board, sweetheart.
You'll pay for that when I get there, pig.
Alright,
Base is under
enough
attack.
of the flirt. We're on a tight schedule here, everyone. Get
Not
on
as
board
tight as
and
her.
get out of here. The transports are on final approach, and we can extract the Protoss at the same time.
Sounds like a plan. Looks like you knocked the wind out of the Zerg with that fireworks show too. Maybe there's at least something to be saved from them on this planet after all.
Oh. Oh. I was wondering, oh God, what's happening now? But it was just victory. I'm definitely heading to bed now.